Here's what the New York Times wrote.
It's like word for word.
Conservative activist seizes on passages from Harris' book. A report by Chris Rufo says the Democratic presidential nominee copied 5 short passages from her 2009 book on crime. A plagiarism expert said the lapses were not serious.
I love this.
Amazing.
5 short passages, just like Martha was telling us. What? It's only a couple incidents. Like downplaying everything that goes wrong because they decide that it's not worth you being upset about it because they want you to save your outrage for their causes.
Listen, I wrote 6 books. If somebody even lifted a single paragraph from any of my books,
it's copyright infringement.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, the reality is Kamala could come out and say, oh, well, my name's in the byline, but I didn't write a single word. It was all ghostwriter, and I didn't have the wherewithal to check to see if there was plagiarism. But she doesn't want to admit that she didn't write anything.
Yeah.
And there's no way she wrote this book.
Part of the I heard that part of the things that were taken were actually lifted from Wikipedia.
Yes.
I mean, that.
And so there was one instance where Rufo said it was an incorrect statement, which makes it obvious it was Wikipedia because Wikipedia is the source for the incorrect statement.
It's the fact that that is the case is embarrassing, and I can't believe that there's no this is going to be swept under the rug by the people on the left. They're just going to be like, well, whatever. It's
5 short passages. Don't get upset about it.
It's insane.
She's just trying to be the president of the United States. And remember when Joe Biden tried to run for president and then got caught with a plagiarism scandal and then had to drop out and like lay low in American politics until he got to become president? I mean, maybe the answer is the American left doesn't care about plagiarism because they know neither one of them are honest people anyways.
I caught a clip of her recent rally, and she was bragging about her record in crime and being a prosecutor and all this stuff. But it's like, if you look at what she did, like, she locked people up, like African-American people. Like, she just went ballistic.
Yeah, she's not honest about anything, including
the one guy I think was facing the death penalty or something, and she knew that the information was, there was a DNA test exonerating him, and she tried to bury it. And then they pull out Obama to like rally,
scold black men into voting for her.
I was like, yo, like, what is this, man? Like, this guy this billionaire left his mansion to come and like, to put down people that are being affected by the policies of this administration for the last 4 years.
And theoretically, the type of prosecuting that she clearly has a history of.
Yeah.
I mean, I was watching part of her rally, and she specifically was trying to act like, Trump was being ridiculous if he's avoiding doing interviews because he doesn't want people to see that he's weak. And then she said he's refusing to do a 60 Minutes interview, even though every other president has done one for however long, not acknowledging the fact that he's done 2 different 60-minute interviews as before the 2016 presidential election and then in 2020. Like, these other presidents she's referencing includes Trump himself, and she will just lie to the crowd.
Well, can we also mention that they edited her interviews?
Oh, yeah.
Same show did this incredible edit that like just backtracked everything that she was saying about what's going on in the Middle East. And it's
I don't understand how she wins. Like, I get it. Everyone always says shadow campaign. I know, I get that. I just mean the argument. I don't understand how this is argument that she's at 50%. I mean, Gallup has Trump up 3. The betting markets now have Trump up nearly 11 points. Some are at 11.
Well, did you see what's happening with the DOJ right now? They sued, I think it's, my brother just sent it to me. They sued 4 states already for not allowing illegals to vote. And there's more that they're going to be going after. I mean, my mother's 81 years
Shadow
old.
campaign.
And she's like, how are they doing this in America? That they, because I kept saying, why did they let, I believe it's probably over 30 million, and they put them in the swing states, and a lot of the red states they put that are going to vote for Trump or whatever. And now I kept saying, why are they letting all these people? It's not some altruistic thing, they care about people. Why are they loading? Why did they let all of these people come into America? Right? And now you're seeing why, because they're loading them up in these states. And they're suing the states for not allowing illegal immigrants to vote.
Yep.
And I'm just like, I mean,
And they're doing it in red states, or they're doing it in purple states. They're doing it in Ohio. They're doing it in Florida. They're doing it in places where if these people do become citizens, or if they can get them onto the voter rolls, they're going to affect the election outcome.
Elon just said that on I just caught part of his interview with actually Pete Parada and
Yep.
and my boys, which by the way they hooked me up with you, Dickie. Shout out to the to the Defiance.
Yeah. Good
Love
guy.
those guys. And he sent me the interview of Tucker Carlson and Elon.
Yep.
And it was like this 25-minute clip, and I'm like, they're like, this if they get their way, this could be the last like legit election in this
And
country.
there's
Bill Maher said that was a lie.
That's ridiculous. There's an
Bill
infrastructure.
Maher smokes too much weed, man.
That's true. And there's an infrastructure that the DNC has to do this. Like they're using federal dollars to send illegals into different states that have that have a possibility of going for the Democrats that are currently purple or a little on the red side. They bring them into the states.
Flying them.
Yeah, flying them. That's what I mean. It's like people get wrapped up in the whole Haitians in Ohio eating dogs and et cetera. And it does, it does.
It's a good song though.
It was. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats.
Eating
It
the
was,
cats.
but the real ramifications will come when those people are naturalized or when they become citizens, and then Ohio is no longer a red state. It's consistently blue. The same thing is happening in Florida, and it's happening in multiple other states. And this is a concerted plan by the DNC. They're using federal money to do it. It's incredibly. It's a terrible development for the people that are here currently, because they're actually diluting the votes. And Musk is right. They're trying to create a permanent one-party
Absolutely. That's what he said.
government. And you see what that's like in Mexico. I think it was like 20 years ago where Mexico had essentially a one party. The one party got enough of the control of the government to be able to essentially lock out the other parties. And now you have multiple states in Mexico that can't, they're not even run by the government. They're run by the cartels.
I mean,
Thanks for checking out this clip from Timcast IRL. Make sure to watch the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Subscribe to this channel, and we will see you all there.